before he passed the mic to the panel members. Kenny Wen. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Danny. Is the mic working? Yeah. Thank you for everyone coming today and all the panelists. Yeah, okay, this is a better microphone. Okay. Thank you very much for coming today and all the past and our panelists here. Some panelists here, they particularly need to take a day off to attend here, and I appreciate very much their support. That's so how important this is for today. Let me just to give you an update of the campaign since I launched my campaign last year around October. So you can see the statistic that the membership of this riding association exploded. Okay, now it's over 1,000 members now. It's one of the fastest growing riding association in Canada. And actually it's a good sign because it shows the people how concerned they are and how supported they are for politics, for supporting qualified candidates to represent them, to send their voice to the parliament. And for here, I also want to express my appreciation for all the members, all the friends who signed up for membership. And this coming up meeting is also very important milestone. For the Saturday meeting, this is going to be a funding meeting. And why it's called a funding meeting is because this is a new riding association. So for a new riding association, we need to elect the funding board, the first directors, to organize all the affairs, all the party activities for this riding. So we need to have a more diversified and more qualified candidates, and that's why today we have on the panel here to talk about this importance and to also present the suggested slate for this nomination for you. So without further ado, I would like to introduce Neil Thomas, who's going to convene today's press conference.
I'd also like to thank the media for being here as well today. So I'm Neil Thomas. I am a longtime member of the Liberal Party of Canada, but please know I'm not here as a part of the Liberal Party. I'm just here representing myself and my interests locally. I care deeply about the Liberal Party of Canada. I'm a Liberal not because of any financial benefit to me, not because it benefits my company. I'm a Liberal because it represents the principles. The principal Liberal Party represent my beliefs as well, and it shares my vision of Canada. You also need to understand as well that I haven't particularly endorsed a candidate, but I like where I see Kenny, the approach that Kenny is taking. In the past years, I have served on the executive of Oak Ridges Markham Federal Liberal Association, both as a director and as a VP for fundraising. While on that executive, I was concerned with the lack of involvement of Chinese Canadians, not only within the party itself, but within locally on our EDA. So a bit of a background. Yes, I'm an English Canadian, but I have a Chinese wife who comes from mainland China. I also own an engineering company in Markham, and over the past 10 years, we've employed nearly 100 employees, and most of our employees were Chinese Canadians. So first and foremost, I can tell you, I'm absolutely delighted to see the interest in the Liberal Party of Canada from the Chinese community. But I'm also a little bit concerned. I'm a little bit concerned about the options that are presented to the new riding of Markham Unionville to select their executive on February the 15th. Yes, we want more Chinese on the executive. And I think it would be counterproductive to have an executive that's 100% from any one community in our riding. And ultimately, it could have an adverse effect if we did that. We want to look at ways to make our riding better reflect our community. let's keep an eye on the war and not the battle. Ultimately, we want to win. We want a Liberal to represent Markham Unionville in 2015. So in summary, I really want to appeal to the thousands of new Liberals that have joined the party, many of them Chinese Canadians, and welcome you into the Liberal family. I also want to ask you carefully to consider your choices as you vote for your EDA on February the 15th. I'm asking you to include people, and some of them are on this panel, who have put their names forward to represent positions in that executive. And keep in mind, a more diverse Markham Unionville EDA is going to benefit us all. So I'd like to introduce our panels and give them a chance to speak and introduce themselves.
The people of the Riding Association, or the newly formed Riding Association of Markham Unionville. And Kenny, I want to do is thank you personally for having me recommended to be put on this list in this newly formed Riding Association of Markham Unionville. I'm quite honored. Kenny and I, we sit on the Canadian Chinese Liberal Association federally for the past 3 years. And I've gotten to know Kenny, and he's gotten to know me and my strengths and my weaknesses, mostly my strengths. And why I really want this position is I bring some of the good benefits to this association. I have been, for the past 30 years, I have been a Liberal. I started with the Trudeau Mania program back in 1968 and onwards. And in the meantime, over those 30 years, I have been a president of a riding association, a vice president, membership chair, policy chair, campaign chair, director, delegate, and scrutineer. So I bring quite a lot of, what do you call it, workable assets to this association and to hopefully Kenny's nomination. And in the meantime, my wife and I, Namela Armstrong right here, she's a prominent lawyer in the Riding Association. We've been married now for 17 years. And we have 4 children, and also I'm a grandfather, and we're both grandparents to 2 grandchildren in the Riding Association. And in the past 10 years since we've been living in Markham, I have heavily gotten involved in the community. I have been a zone chair for the Lions Club, looking after 8 Lions clubs in the district of A16. Been a past president of the Markham Lions Club of over 60 members. I'm also a member of the Markham Unionville Rotary Club, and also I have been a board member for the Markham Conservancy and the Markham Arts Council. So I do bring some background here, and really it's important that the Liberal Party has a presence in this riding through an active riding association. And I will guarantee that our riding association will be an asset to the Liberal Party in the years to follow. Thank you.
First of all, I'd like to apologize for being late. I was babysitting my grandson. The babysitter didn't come on time. For the sake of diversity, I'm going to speak Cantonese today. Okay, so that's okay. 大家好，恭喜發財。Okay. 我係喺中國出生嘅，喺香港長大。我係加拿大嘅移民。我而家喺加拿大居住咗已經有40年 ，40 years。OK， 我曾經記得我嘅爺爺講過。 佢話：佢嗰一代咧係最痛苦嘅一代。個原因係點解咧？因為佢住喺中國嘅時候，佢認為佢係有國無家。佢住喺香港嘅時候咧，覺得佢自己係有家就冇國。咁佢希望我哋呢一代能夠咧 揾咗一個有家有國嘅地方，自由、安定、民主嘅地方，可以落地生根，快樂咁樣生活下去。不知不覺咧，我喺 Markham 咧已經住咗有27年，喺 Markham 嘅 Riding 住咗27年。我哋4個細蚊仔咧都喺呢度全部長大。OK， 我覺得佢哋亦都好幸福，因為佢哋而家咧可以咧自己獨立，追求佢自己嘅理想。OK， 嗰啲生活亦過得好愉快。Markham 所俾到我嘅價值係乜嘢咧？就係自由、民主、安定，同埋一樣好特色嘅就係多元文化。我覺得咧，呢啲 Markham 嘅價值觀咧，亦都係大部分加拿大人嘅價值觀。我哋為咗係本身係加國人啦，我希望就係認為咧，我哋要保持同埋發揚呢個加拿大國人嘅價值觀。OK， 我認為最好嘅方法咧，就係我哋每一個人履行佢哋本身加國公民嘅最基本嘅權利，就係出嚟參加選舉。我希望各位同我認同，積極咁樣參加政治選舉。OK， 以確保我哋本身加拿大人嘅價值觀，亦都係保障我哋自己嘅前提，加拿大嘅前途。多謝各位。
I don't know if it's morning or if it's afternoon yet. Hello, my name is Lamala Armstrong. My husband Tim has already indicated we've been married for such a long time, but I want to tell you, when I looked at the contestant list, I didn't see South Asian, a member of the South Asian community. And as you can see, I am South Asian. So I was a bit concerned, but being concerned is just looking at the list and saying, well, what's happening? We want to be inclusive, we want to show representation, and that's why I'm here today. Now, I came to Canada in 1969. I came from Trinidad and Tobago. This is the West Indies, the Caribbean island. So I bring the Caribbean here to this organization and support Paul Kenny. I grew up in Toronto, came to Markham. We have our 4 kids. They all reside here in Markham. I've been very much involved in the community, and I have to tell you, by getting involved in the community, you get to know the concerns of the community that you live in. Kenny has been an active participant in the different organizations I belong to. That's how I came to know him. He's a man of integrity. He has demonstrated to me that he's committed, and not only is he committed, but he gets things done. So when I saw that there were no contestants from the South Asian community, I was rest assured to know that Kenny, being the candidate, wanting to lead this riding association, he has my 100% support. I am out there recruiting individuals and helping him because I want a diverse group. I am not saying that you have to totally be all over the place, but we're here in Canada and we talk about the Liberal Party. We talk about a very diverse political party and we want to show it. So I may not be on that ticket, but my husband is, and I am part with him, and I am hand in hand, holding his hands while we go out there and recruit people. And to demonstrate that, if you look today at this conference, there are 4 South Asian people here. And I'm just going to pass just quickly, because it's not, I bring one type of South Asian community, but there are more South Asian community here. And I want you to know, Kenny, that not only are you committed, but not only are you diverse in the sense of the different culture, but you also stand up for women and you advocate on their behalf. I am a recipient of a Remarkable Woman Award for all the things that I do for women. As a lawyer, I advocate for women who are in shelters, women who need help, and Kenny has been there helping me through these things. And I can assure you that Kenny is not there just for the Asian community, he's for all the community. The age, when I say age, senior, the young people, and also the diverse community we have, the men and the women, and he's there to support us. And I know that I'm hoping that things work out, that we do have this board and he is elected, because he will be there to represent. And please, voters, don't just look at the slate, look at the people with the experience of what they have accomplished and what they can do for you. Kenny is that person. And Kenny, I know you're not aware of this, but I've invited the president of the Markham Tamil Association, Joseph Rameswara, here just to say something quickly on your behalf to show that you have other members of the South Asian community supporting you.
大家好，马年快乐成功。我名字叫 Jerry Yan， 我是中国北京大陆来的移民。我来这边已经有18年了，是个老移民了。我在这个当地的电力局工作，我来供应电给万锦市和大多伦多地区，所以你们都是我的顾客，所以我很关心你们的利益。我在这个Markham Unionville 这个选区呢，已经服务有10年了。通过我的电力局，通过我本人的慈善义务活动，所以我对这个区的社会结构、家庭层次、文化背景都非常熟悉。这就为什么我出来想竞选这个Markham Unionville 这个委员会的协会委员，因为我很关心你们的今后的这个小区的发展，这个社区的居民的利益。作为电力局的人员呢，我们有这个义务来保护我们的居民。不但从这个你们这个电力这个费的角度吧，也是从别的角度来去说让大家呢能够发展的很健康发展小区。我这个我自己的感觉就是说，这个委员会的候选人，你们可以看到，他们是很多元化的，就是说很体现这个加拿大这个多元民族的这个特景。他们的背景是从不同的国家、不同的移民、不同层次，而且他们很多人都有很多的这个社区服务的经验，很高层的管理能力。很多人这里边呢都有很资深的这种自由党人士的经验，很广泛的社会背景，所以作为他们当中的一员呢，我很骄傲，感到很自豪。所以我希望呢，你们给我一个机会，来帮我成为他们当中的一员。这样的话呢，我们可以结合大家的多种民族的背景的优势，不同的这个文化层次来给大家服务。我们共同一起呢为这个小区服务，把这个社区呢搞得很好。好，谢谢大家。
I am Alan Ham. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm an ecopreneur. I am a director at the Association of Chinese Canadian Entrepreneurs. As a matter of fact, I'm a long-term director there. I'm the owner of Strategic Financial Solutions. I'm a past board member of YRAP, the York Region Abuse Program, as well as sitting on the board for a short period at the Alzheimer's Association of York Region. I've lived in York Region and worked in York Region for the past 30 years. I've resided and worked in this riding for the last 3 years. I've started, created, and run a number of very successful businesses, from startup business plans to full implementation. I think that the prime key to assisting our candidate in this community here, especially in this new riding, is in the grassroots organization and sound, organized policy management. My developed skill sets with past startups and successful businesses, plus sound financial management and commitment, make me uniquely qualified to run for the position of VP policy in this new riding. This is a critical time for us because it is a new riding. We have to set things correctly. We have to set things right from the start. All of that will assist our candidate to be very successful. To be recommended to a position on this rather diverse board by Kenny Wong, who is a man of integrity and accountability. He is a man who really supports the community. He practices diversity and he also practices inclusion. To me, to be recommended by Kenny is quite an honor. Thank you.
There's actually 2 slates that have been put forward. There's 3 candidates that are seeking the nomination. There's 2 slates that have been put forward for the executive. I think the purpose of this press conference was to appeal to the new members that are going to be coming out on the 15th to vote to consider diversity in that voting. So not everybody was asked to be here. If you saw the slide, one is very much from a single community and the other is a little bit more diverse, and really we're now just appealing to those that are going to vote on the 15th to consider making that board a little bit more diverse.
Kelly, do you have any supplement? Yes.
Yeah, I echoed Neil some points here. Let me summarize. There are 3 points. First, we want the executive to be representative of all the residents in the riding, not just one ethnicity. Number 2, we want the representation to represent different sex and different age, different people. Number 3, we want to be inclusive of all the people who are with different experience and background. 喺度咧，我想講講咧就係咧呢個委員會嘅選舉嘅原則，就係第一，我喺新聞稿已經寫咗啦，就係要代表選區裏邊所有居民，而唔係一個單一個族裔。第二就要聽取全個區所有人其他性別不同年齡嘅界別。第三就係要包容兼容其他不同經驗嘅人士，可以令大家一齊各展所長。喺呢度嚟講咧，我可以好簡單咁summarize 一句就係我哋有個名單喺度，咁呢個名單咧，我哋會發給所有嘅會員我有呢個名單就這邊建議給大家，這個名單呢，我們會發給所有的這個分區的委員的。這個名單裏面，我可以很簡單總結一下，裏面有3個非華裔。其他非華裔的都懂講國語，資深的黨員就是黨員超過5年以上的有6個人，長者 senior 有5個人，青年 youth 有4個人，婦女 woman 有11個人，真正來自大陸中國的有5個人，還有我們裏面呢有1個可以講法語。
商業的運作和那個。